10th, 2026 at 6:04 p.m. Let's have the invocation and the pledge. If Ken, will you do the invocation, and Ron, will you do the pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Father, we come to you this evening thanking you for the good things that you do for us in our lives. We're so grateful. Sometimes we take that for granted. Father, be with us tonight in our meeting, that you will guide us in making the right decisions. Also ask that you would watch over our city, our leaders, and the people that live here. And last but not least is our country, God. We're in a mess, and we need you. We need your help. In Christ's name I pray. Amen.
Robert, do we have any citizen comments?
No.
Okay. Moving on to the consent agenda. Item number 1 is approve the meeting minutes for January 6, 2026. Any comments there?
I make a motion to approve them.
Do I have a second?
A second.
Mr. Gary, thank you, sir. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Passes unanimously. Approval of the minutes for January 6th, 2026. Ms. Hurst.
Good evening, everyone. So we didn't do the financial report last month, but it is cumulative numbers. So I'll just state for the record that December sales tax received for October activity for the EDC was $106,713, which was a decrease from the same period the last fiscal year. For the current financial statement, sales tax was received in January for November activity. EDC received $95,386, which was an increase when compared to the same month last year. And currently the EDCs received $4,578 more in sales tax when compared to the same time period. The revenues are under expenditures by $158,977. I would expect to start seeing that positive impact beginning, when I see y'all again in March. The fund balance is $4,632,058. The fund balance of the projects fund is $1,126,262. The fund balance of the marketing fund is $174,456, and the fund balance of the TERS fund is $997,969. I'm sure all of you have heard by now, but at the most recent city council meeting, I did have to present a refund that the city owed the state for a sales tax overpayment. The city council did vote to issue a one-time payment that would allow us to take a 2% discount on it. So the EDC portion of what the EDC owes the state is $45,626.02, and that payment was made this past week. And then also in your packet is going to be the quarterly investment report, and that's just stating that the EDC has a total cash portfolio of $3,460,918, and it was managed in accordance with the law.
Very good. Excellent.
Can I ask you
Yes, ma'am.
2 questions? And maybe I should know, but because we're only in, February, so a percentile, we should be maybe around 20-30%, like whatever we allotted for. So on postage and shipping, we're like already at 58%. So did we have a lot of something going out, or postage? It says that we're 58.34% already, and we're only in February. So that'll be over, right? Because we're already 50% over. It's on page 9.
So it's very rarely used. I feel like y'all had to overnight something, right? Do I remember that correctly? It's a
And it
one-time
was
thing.
expensive? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And then just one other thing that we're pretty over, it looks like. Oh, the professional services, we're at 110% already.
So these line items, we can move we can move money between the line items without an issue. And the reason that that's off is because we separated service contracts, software contracts. Am I saying it correctly? Sorry. So we tried to break out some of those line items to be more descriptive. So like mowing and things got their own line. And in doing that, the professional services is, I don't have the detail with me, I didn't bring it to catch what's going into that line. But yes, we've had the discussion and we are gonna move money from where these expenses normally fell to where they're hitting now, the professional services.
So we'll move some money around, but we won't have to come back and ask for additional funds for that? Okay.
I think that was the big point, was whether we were going to have to come back. And so you're just going to do a line item adjustment? And
Yes, sir, and we
Got it.
and we can do that. The goal is to not have to do that. However, as we continue to try to clean finance up and get it a little bit more descriptive, we've had some changes with the chart of accounts and how things were going, and that's citywide. It's not just the EDC, and so that does affect those lines a little bit. Going forward, we hope to have the budget spot on and not have to do that.
Okay,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
very good, very good. Any more comments? Anything? I entertain a motion for that. Approve the financials as Ms. Hurst has put them together. Do you have any more for us, Ms. Hurst?
No, sir, that was it.
That's it.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, sir. Do I have a second?
I second.
Thank y'all.
Thank you. Any more discussion?
I'd like to make a comment.
Yes, sir.
You know, since somebody here on the board had to pick up on that discrepancy or change, maybe if the county could come out and let us know in advance that there is a deviation and this is what it's about, because, you know, I didn't get a chance to look at that, and I don't look at everything all the time, but that would be nice if I came in and we knew already, just in case all of us missed something together, so that it could be addressed or put in the minutes. That's all. Thanks.
Good comment, Gary. Any other discussion? I'll call the vote. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. There are none. Passes unanimously for approval of the financials. And again, thank you, Ms. Hurst. Item number 5, discussion and action items. Discuss and update on Main Street updates and upcoming events. One of my favorite people right here.
Good evening. Thank you for that. I'm here to give a presentation to you, actually. Today we're going to learn an overview of the Main Street program and its role in Freeport. I want to start by saying that the work of Freeport Main Street closely aligns with the goals of this board, supporting economic vitality, encouraging reinvestment, and strengthening the long-term health of our city. Today's presentation is meant to give a clear overview of what the Main Street program is, how it functions as an economic development tool, and how it supports downtown as a driver for business growth, investment, and community identity. Downtowns are often one of the strongest economic assets a city has, and Main Street provides a proven, structured framework to maximize that asset. With that in mind, I'd like to walk you through how the Main Street program works and why it matters specifically for Freeport. And let me see, okay, there it is. So when we say Main Street, many people naturally think of a single road or a physical location downtown. But Main Street is much more than a street. It's a nationally proven approach. Here's a question to think about, not to answer out loud, But what would Freeport lose if downtown slowly disappeared? That question helps frame why this program matters. Let's take a look at what Main Street is. Main Street is a nationally recognized economic development model focused on historic downtowns. One of the most important components, and one we want to emphasize tonight, is historic preservation. This model has been successful in communities very similar to Freeport. It's data-driven, long-term, and focused on strengthening existing assets, I'll re-emphasize that, rather than replacing them. Let's take a look at the Main Street umbrella. The Main Street program operates under a clear framework. Main Street America provides the national standards and accountability, as you see on the slide. At the state level, the Texas Historical Commission serves as the coordinating program. Freeport Main Street is the local program implementing those standards in a way that fits our community. This structure ensures credibility, consistency, and results. What is not Main Street? Main Street, it is not just events. Though events can be a strategic tool, it's not just marketing or branding. It's not a short-term initiative, and definitely not a one-person effort. Main Street is a long-term, community-based investment strategy. Events are one tool, but not the purpose of the program. Here's why. Let's take a look at the 4-point approach given by the Main Street America. First, economic vitality. Everything we do aligns with this 4-point approach used nationwide, so we're not the only ones. This is being used on a national level. Economic vitality focuses on business support, buildings, and reinvestment. Design emphasizes on historic preservation, walkability, and downtown appearance. Promotion builds tourism, branding, and community pride, my personal favorite. Organization ensures partnerships, volunteers, and coordination of the program. This approach allows both public and private sectors to work together effectively. Why Main Street matters. Main Street encourages reinvestment on existing buildings. So I want you to think about that again. Existing buildings. It supports small and local businesses that contribute directly to our economy. It increases downtown occupancy and preserves Freeport's identity. That's my personal favorite, Freeport identity. Think of that for a second. From a policy perspective, downtowns consistently show one of the highest returns on public investment. Let's take a look at the reinvestment for Freeport in 2025. We're looking at numbers here. We have public and private, which is in the total of $357,785, and we have public, $16,912. This is just an example of what the numbers could look like. This is for 2025. These numbers reflect real reinvestment happening in Freeport. Both public and private dollars are being reinvested in our downtown. When we strengthen downtown, we strengthen the entire city. This reinvestment helps maintain downtown as the heart of community life. Freeport Main Street Annual Report. Each year, Freeport Main Street submits a detailed annual report to Main Street America. This process holds us accountable and documents outcomes. It also allows us to advocate for Freeport on a national platform. We share our successes, challenges, and future potential. And we have a new restaurant coming soon, which is pretty exciting. I can't wait to put it on the annual report. You see the Christmas tree here as part of the promotion 4-point approach that we saw earlier. So I want to personally thank you for that. Successful Main Street cities. Let's take a look. A common question is, oh, I'm sorry, I lost my. These communities represent what long-term commitment can achieve. They invested consistently, partnered across sectors, and valued their historic downtowns. This slide isn't about comparison, it's about possibility. Freeport has the foundation to follow a similar path. Now, where do we go next and how can Main Street help? A common question is what comes next. Main Street provides a framework for thoughtful strategic growth. Rather than reacting, this program allows us to plan intentionally. It helps us align community goals with economic development. Let's take a look at our city assets. Freeport has strong, authentic assets. We are a coastal city with a historic downtown and access to water-based recreation. These assets differentiate Freeport from other communities. Main Street helps us protect, that's the key word, protect, promote, and build upon these strengths. This is what we already have, and this is what we can work with, which I think is pretty exceptional. Freeport Main Street, the local implementation. At the local level, Freeport Main Street works directly with property owners, businesses, partners, and volunteers. Our strategies are tailored for Freeport needs and priorities. The program serves as a connector between public goals and public investment. Historic preservation. Historic preservation is a core value of the Main Street program. Preserving our buildings preserves Freeport's story. Don't forget that. Sensitive infill and thoughtful design allow growth without losing identity, which is very important for the Main Street program and, of course, our downtown. This approach creates long-term value for the community. Ultimately, this work is about creating a sense of place. Downtowns are where memories are made, parades, gatherings, everyday moments. A strong sense of place improves quality of life. So hear that for a second. Quality of life for residents and attracts visitors. This benefits the entire city. I'll close with a simple question. How can each of us support the future of downtown Freeport? Main Street is successful with leadership, staff, businesses, and residents aligned. This program gives us a shared framework to work from. Thank you for your continued support of Freeport and its downtown. Any questions?
Goodness gracious, that was awesome. Any comments? Any discussion?
Great presentation.
Thank you.
We thought that it was important to remind the board that, you know, Main Street and the building department and the EDC work very closely together. Our missions are aligned. And so we thought it would be instructive because a lot of people misunderstand what Main Street truly is. It's historic preservation and downtown revitalization. So Maria was kind enough to give this presentation tonight, and we definitely appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Quick comment.
Yes, sir.
Your logo and the branding, as you mentioned, that's important, and as we're all thinking about rebranding and getting through, your blue sailboat might end up being a white shrimp boat or other fishing vehicle. And I honestly think that, you know, when people think of the coast, they think of a beach. We need to tie ourselves to that beach as closely as possible.
Right.
You know, we need to get, you know, access to the beaches, the restrooms. We need to upgrade the very limited portion of the beach environment that we do control or have access to.
Right,
That's it.
demonstrated like
Okay.
that consistently and straight across
Right.
platforms and communities.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I like the Freeport identity. I love that. Historic preservation. Good pieces.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
That brings us to item number 2, discuss and take possible action on business improvement grant Mama C's.
Yes, we have the Penas with us tonight, and I just want to make a note to the board. This is the only application that we've received for the mega grant. As you recall, the mega grant is good because you can do everything in one category and maximize, and that's exactly what they need for their downtown project, but I'll let them explain it.
How are y'all today? Good. Thank y'all for y'all's time today. I'm submitting this letter asking to be awarded the mega grant to support our restaurant's infrastructure. This project represents a total investment of around $63,000, for which we have secured the required 50% matching funds. Our proposed project include comprehensive revitalization of 212 West Park Avenue, featuring metal awnings with the Mama C logo above with lighting, so it can be seen. Fresh new paint outside. The plumbing and the electrical is needing to be redone in some areas to make sure it stays in code. We also will be adding a sit-down bar area and a storage room inside the building to make it more functional for our restaurant. With all these upgrades, I think it would be a great investment to put into the building. It is going to revamp the downtown and bring more foot traffic to our community, which will benefit everyone in Freeport. Currently, our facility faces outdated issues. The outside desperately needs new painting, lighting, and signage to bring people in. Grant funding is essential to complete these high-impact upgrades that would otherwise be cost prohibitive. Once completed, we will be up and running to provide for our community. It should provide downtown Freeport with at least 20% more foot traffic. By securing this grant, we are committed to long-term economic stability and growth in Freeport. We are prepared to provide bids, permits, and detailed scope of work upon requests. Yeah.
So what they're requesting tonight is the mega grant. The total invoices that they've received, or estimates, excuse me, is $63,410.32. Of course, the maximum for the mega grant is $30,000. This would all be in property improvements category. So if the board so desires, approve it for $30,000, the mega grant.
Just a note there, I went over there the other day to see you guys, and you've got a chore, but I think we've got two folks right here that can do this.
And one thing, Mr. President, I apologize. I was reading those numbers. You have different numbers in your book. Right after Rachel sent the binders to everybody on Friday, they came in with their estimates, so that's why the numbers disagree. But again, it's $63,410.32. The EDC would contribute the maximum $30,000 for the mega grant.
Any further discussion?
Are you talking about the one that we have in here that says, what is it, 50-something thousand? That's incorrect?
Yes, that's incorrect, and that
Okay.
50,000 should read $63,410.32.
Okay. Can we get it modified? Can we get that document instead of just? Okay.
I
So
have
we
all
can-
the invoices
We
here.
do have that document internally. Like I said, it came in Friday after the packets were released, and to avoid confusion, we didn't re-release the packets.
Okay. So is this, we only have one a year, right? So this will be the one that we use for 2025?
Yes.
Sorry, 2026?
Yes,
Okay.
this is the one a year, and this is the only application that we received for it. They are passed considered and possibly passed in February.
Okay. Well, I make a motion to approve up to, for the mega, for the 30,000, for the one for the year.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Got 2 seconds. Good. Thank you, Ken. Any other further discussion? I'll call the vote. All those in favor for $30,000 for the mega grant for Mama C improvements for the new restaurant downtown? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. There are none. Passes unanimously.
I
Y'all
do
get to work.
appreciate y'all. We are getting to work.
No,
We are.
Yeah, we
Thank
still got,
you.
we still got a lot of work to do, so y'all are more than welcome whenever we're over there. Y'all come on in
Stop by.
and stop by. We don't have cold drinks yet, but we'll figure something out. We're fixing to get all our equipment, start getting our equipment in, so we'll probably have some cold drinks in there. So if y'all wanna stop by, y'all stop by anytime.
Thanks, Pete.
Thank y'all.
That brings us to item number 3, discuss and take possible action on business improvement grant, Ocean Food Mark, Roshan.
Yes, Mr. President, this is from Rashawn Willathamet, I think I'm pronouncing that right. He is in North Carolina, so I'm going to endeavor to present this. This is the Ocean Food Mart. They experienced a canopy remodeling, and their canopy came loose, and they need to redo it. They've worked with Reggie. It's got all the permits. As I discussed with you today, the permit that they do not have is for the electrical work, which totals $2,651.74. But the reason they haven't gotten the permit yet, they have talked to Reggie, is because they want to make sure they get the grant, because getting a permit requires payment. And so they wanted to get the grant first. So I would predicate the passage of this upon getting the permit.
Does this include the 2,600? Is that just electrical, or what about the plumbing?
Yes, it's just electrical. There is no plumbing in this. Yeah. It's just the canopy and the electrical.
Okay.
And the canopy would be $7,848.12. The electrical would be $2,651.74, bringing the total project amount to $10,499.86, of which, if approved, the EDC grant would be for $5,249.93.
Do I have any discussion? So is there, the way to do this, what they want is, they want to make sure that the grant is available,
So
Okay.
that before
and then
they,
they can go get the permits.
right, because the electrician is the one that has to go get the permit.
Right.
It's not
and
the owner.
And plumbing as well.
Right, and plumbing. And of course, we wouldn't release any funds until that permit is acquired.
I like that.
It's
So if
just,
we had if we,
I'm sorry, go ahead, Mr. President.
I was just thinking, if we had a motion to approve this grant with a contingency of
Getting the permit.
having them have the available permits.
And we've been running into that, as I discussed with you this afternoon, with a few, because again, the contractors, they want to, in order for the project to go, the people need the grant, but, the contractor, when they don't have the grant yet, they don't know if the project's going to happen. So the contractor, there's an expense to obtaining a permit.
Right. So what I'm thinking about is, if we entertain a motion to approve this, the what was
$5,249.93.
93 cents, and with a contingency that they have to have the permits before the funds are released.
Yes, that would do it.
Okay.
And I'll second that motion.
We have okay. You guys are just jumping in there. I just love it. That's great. So we're making a motion for that. We have a first and a second for that. I'm called to vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. There are none. So the business improvement grant for Ocean Food Mart of $5,000, whatever that.
$5,249.93.
Okay.
Question, does the city issue an approval note so that they can give that something?
They will issue the actual permit.
But,
Is that what your question was?
No, does somebody receive a hard copy of our promise to issue
I didn't hear the last part. Did somebody receive a hard copy of what?
Does somebody get a hard copy showing that the board approved this and that it will be coming?
Oh, yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. We'll send a letter to them and also notify them, to Rashawn by phone. Yeah. And the terms of the agreement that are predicated upon getting the permit will be explained to them.
And Lauren will take care of that for us, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Brings us to item number 6, board and executive director comments. Robert, you want to lead us first?
Sure. Okay, we had our wayfinding meeting on January 28th. It was successful. Thank you to Dr. Kelly for attending and for Gary for attending by phone. We had a tour of the city with the officials that came up. And the first step is getting some samples and getting approvals and then presenting them to other committees such as the Main Street Board for further feedback. And then working very closely with the city to make sure rebranding is a direction that is wanted. And this will be presented to the city council when more information is obtained and the time is appropriate. The EPA, we turned in the quarterly grant. We have the meeting, EPA Brownfield grant. We have the meeting with, the quarterly report was turned in, and we have the meeting with the EPA and Terracon, our consultants, on Thursday. We have a student intern. We recently had a gentleman named Max with us for our internship program. He indicated that his time with us was the most fruitful that he had spent, because again, as I explained when we started this program, you know, it's our position that we want to try and not only have them file paperwork, but give them a true learning experience. So he was pleased with that. And that's it, Mr. President. Oh, no, one more. Second Street Overlay Project. I talked to the county. That will begin between June and August is the best targeted time they can give us. So we at least now know when the project will start. And that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Mr. McGinty?
I believe Robert about covered all of my questions, so I'm good.
I do not have anything tonight, but I appreciate everybody that's on this board. I don't tell you enough of the work that you do, and glad to be a member with you.
Ms. Louisa?
I'm good, thank you. No comments.
I thought looking at our financials is a good thing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Martin?
I'm good, like always.
I'm as good as he is.
Yeah. I really don't have any comments either. I just really appreciate some of the senior citizens that watch this thing a lot more than what I realized. And so it's very, very important in the city. And the presentation that you did tonight was out of bounds. It was really good. So with that, any other comments? Okay. Slightly there. It is now 6:37 p.m. and I hereby recess the regular session of the Freeport Economic Development Corporation meeting and do hereby convene into the executive session in compliance with Texas Government Code Section 551.071 and